Hey guys, welcome back. It is movie week, and we are here making a craft for one of my favorite movies, The Nightmare Before Christmas. So we're gonna get started. How I'm doing it is completely different than from how the instructions say. The instructions add a lot to it and make it a lot harder than I think it needs to be. So I just started off with a paper plate and I just painted the eyes on it, drew some large ovals, and then there's two small noses, and then just a mouth. They wanted you to cut out paper and make that, and that's a lot of cutting. And a lot of my crafts this week have a lot of cutting, so we're just gonna paint the face on like this. Okay, so our next part is where some of the cutting starts. I made a template for Jack's tie, and in the middle of his tie, it's kind of hard to see it on this one, there's kind of a cat head shape thing, so I made one of those too so you can trace it. So we're just going to go ahead and trace the okay. So I've got the cat head traced. Now I'm going to go ahead and trace out this tie. If you didn't want to use my template, you could actually even just trace like 3 fingers going this way and then 3 fingers going that way, and it would work too. That's what I originally thought about doing, but I figured it'd make it a little bit easier for everybody if I just drew something and then hole in the table. Okay, so I'm just going to trace this out. And we're going to cut it out. And the paper that I printed this on was a little bit smaller than the paper that I'm tracing, this black paper, so I'm actually extending the points out a little bit further. I don't know if you can see it, it's just a little bit further than what this is. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and cut the cat's head out and the and the cat's head does have some white oval eyes, so I'm just going to kind of draw those in. I'm going to wear my Nightmare Before Christmas shirt today. just for the video because I knew I was going to be making this project. You might think, oh, that's a Halloween movie. The movie begins at the end of Halloween. So it's going on all of November and most of December because it ends at Christmas time. So it's a wonderful time to be making a Jack Skellington project. Again, this is different than how the instructions say. They use 1.5 paper plates to do this. And I like the idea of making these paper plate headed Jack Skellington. I couldn't really find one that wanted to do it the way I imagined, so I made it my own way. If you'd prefer to make it like the instructions, go ahead. That is fine. But a lot of times I just do things the way I think they ought to be, so. But it's art, so it can be. Art is open to interpretation, and you can do it your way. Okay. Alright. So now the tie has looks like lightning going up it from the center. Now, so you don't have to worry about what's in the middle too much because the cat's head is right there in the middle. So you just kind of have your shapes coming from about the middle of it. And you just want wiggly lines that kind of go different directions. But it is a white, so that is why I'm doing it in white. But again, you can do it your own way. If you want to use a different color, go ahead. Project never has to look exactly like mine. Okay. So Jack is pretty skinny, so I don't want a whole piece of paper for his body, even this direction. So maybe we're gonna fold it. Perhaps this way. So then I need a white triangle. That's going to be his undershirt. Okay, so I'm going to glue his head to his body. Let's see. Just make a couple little marks so I know where to put the glue at. And I'm gonna put some glue in that area. Alright. Now I'm gonna take my tie and put some glue right here in the center so it's stitched real good. Now I'm going to take the cat's head. Alright, so I've glued his head on. We've got his tie and the cat head. Now I'm going to take this little white triangle and put it so it's sticking out below the tie. Make it look like he's got some lapels because he's wearing a suit. It's a pinstripe suit. So we'll put stripes on that. And then just stripes straight down. My head moved a little bit. And there is my Jack Skellington. This is a really fun project. I love doing it. I love the movie, so I hope you have as much fun as I did making this. Thanks, guys.